My name is Andrea Anaya. I'm an entrepreneur. I started my own business when I was in my early 20s, and it's called Career Step. It was a medical transcription training program. In 1998, I put it online. I thought, oh my goodness, this internet thing is just going to be amazing, and I'm going to miss the boat if I don't jump on it right this minute. So I did, and didn't realize I was going to be one of the very first online schools in the country. The first thing that happened was selling my business, and it was probably the single biggest disappointment of my life. I had no emotional reaction to it at all. And then I lost the baby, and the way I described it, that I took all those dreams and hopes and desires of my whole life, because that's all I ever really wanted to do was be a mother, and I had to put them into a box, and I had to close the box up, and I had to put it up on the top back shelf of my closet because it was no longer a possibility. And then in 2012, our best friend died in a plane crash, and it was a really, really hard time. It was just sort of a tailspin, one thing and then another and then another, and till I was really in a place where I would have been perfectly happy to go be with my babies in another world. And I wasn't finding joy in my life. I was stressed. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get really excited about anything. And I went to a Limitless event because my daughter invited me, my oldest daughter. And I was impressed with the way that he seemed to validate and honor the people around him. He gave people his full attention, his full eye contact. Then when I had the opportunity to meet with him and we talked about the possibility of mentoring, I found that to be even more the case, that he was validating and genuinely interested in helping. I felt like I got more value out of the first Limitless event that I went to with my daughter than I did in all of the money that I had spent and going through the other personal development programs that I'd gone through. I almost don't recognize the person that I was when I first started. In fact, I find a reason to be joyful every single day. So since I started mentoring with Kris, I went from 2 businesses, one really limping along. I have 5 businesses now. Across those businesses, we've been able to generate millions in revenue, and over the next 12 months, I anticipate about a $10 million profit across all 5 businesses. One of the things that came part and parcel with working with Kris, we spent a lot of time talking about business. I spent a lot of time running things by him about my business. And remember, the very first time I ever met with him, I was asking him about leverage. And it's created some really, really good things. And it's changed almost every aspect of my life, from the way I feel about myself physically to my actual physical body and changes that are still happening there, to business, my business life. There are so many ways that it impacted positively, not just me, but my family and my close circle of people around me and the people who work for me and the people who are clients of mine. I couldn't even begin to quantify those changes because there's so many of them. When I think about what I would tell somebody who is looking to jump into this personal development world, and especially with Kris, really from the bottom of my heart have been so grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow and make the changes that I've made. So if I knew somebody who was in a position where they were looking seriously at working with Kris, I would encourage them with my whole heart to go ahead.